Welcome to a very special edition of Xtreme Acquisitions. Not only is it our monthly segment to look at all the money we pissed away, but today is Halloween, the scariest day of the year. The day when ghosts and goblins actually rise from the dead and try and steal our candy. So I wanted to make this video a little bit special. So as you can see, I'm starting by astral projection. I'm not even in the man cave today. I am thousands of miles away in another country. But I wanted to think of the scariest thing possible. Maybe I could do a seance to bring some of my horror statues to life, because I do believe in demonic possession and that type of thing. Maybe I could fake an IRS audit letter and send it to Gem Mint. That could be scary. But I thought of something even way scarier than that. Hey guys, this is the Xtreme channel. My name is Mr. X. I buy lots of useless crap. Today we're going to talk about all the useless crap I bought in October 2020. As I said in the intro, because this is Halloween, I wanted to do something very special, very scary. So I thought, what if I had my wife, Mrs. X, sit next to me while I show you guys the tens of thousands of dollars in needless crap that I bought. But then a very good friend advised me against that and said, is your YouTube channel really worth divorce? So I'm still on the fence about that, but she's not home anyway. So we're going to go ahead and dive in. If this is your first time on the channel, as I said, I like Xtreme collectibles. I bought a ton of stuff in October 2020. I try and practice something called #restraint, which we're going to talk about as well. So let's get into it, not waste any time, because I know you guys got plans. You got to get out there and snatch some candy from those young kids. We all do it. So first thing I want to cover today is a tiny review of the preceding month. So October 2020, I had so much cool stuff going on. We had a week of videos that I called Sweeps Week. I almost feel like I got multiple grails, and I rarely use that word. I got so many cool stuff that arrived to the Xtreme collection. So I want to recap on what my favorites from those arrivals were. Coming in at number 3 really shocked me, and this was a number 3 last month. It was Pennywise, but these were the Pennywise Prime 1 Studios half-scale heads. I loved these. I actually have them. I've altered the man cave. They're right when you walk in, right around the tweeter head Pennywise maquette I got the preceding month. I thought they knocked these out of the park. My second favorite arrival of the month was this custom Venom piece. I said in the video, this is my favorite Venom piece in my collection. That still stands to be true a few weeks later. It is awesome. I do have some other ones coming in the future that may unseat it. So number 1 is actually a tie. First is this Doom on Throne piece, which completely surprised me. As I said in the video, I wasn't really expecting it to be as good as the hype was on it, but it definitely came to fruition. So huge props on this one right here. The other one tied for number 1 is that giant Aquaman statue I launched last week. This is incredible. Every time I walk by it, even though it's not in its final resting place, it is fantastic. They knocked this out of the park, and I just want to get into Aquaman comics more because of this statue. There was a ton of honorable mentions I'm not going to go over because it was an awesome month. And if you saw those or you haven't seen them yet, go back and check and make sure you not only like this video, but you hit the subscribe button and that bell notification, because tomorrow's video, November 1st, is going to be about all the Xtreme stuff arriving in the month of November. Next, we're going to talk about #restraint. #restraint is a term that coined on this channel, means that you really want to buy something, you have the means, you have the ability, but you practice restraint and you say, you know what, I am not going to do this. I don't need it. I'm not going to piss away my money because I want my kids to go to community college. So first thing actually was, this wasn't my fault, but I got to practice #restraint. They canceled Singapore Comic-Con. My wife and I did have plans on going, so that's really unfortunate. It was going to bring you guys a lot of live coverage. Everyone was looking forward to a con. And realistically, travel wasn't that expensive. However, Singapore still did have restrictions for visitors, so those may not have been lifted either. But kind of sad I had to practice #restraint on that. Another #restraint, like I said, I had ECC Pennywise bust in my cart. I'm going to sleep on this for a few weeks. It may end up in the collection, but I already have another Pennywise bust, this one right here, which is not even close to as good, but it's hard for me to justify to purchase 2 of them, and I really can't sell or ship that one because I don't have the original box. And along with that, ECC Freddy bust. I've really been looking at this. I have an empty horror bust spot, and I thought this would look fantastic. Maybe because it's the month of Halloween, so I was getting into that horror spirit. So we'll see if I still want that in November or not. A few other pieces that launched from Prime 1 Studios. This Prime 1 Studios Alita piece. I have the original Alita piece, and I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm actually selling it in a few weeks. You'll see that on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed for that. This one looks so much better, so I think I'm going to have a hard time selling the original one. But I will not buy this. Alita, I'm just not a huge fan of the film. It was very good, but I don't have a cult following for it. Another one, Batman the Merciless from Prime 1 Studios. I don't know anything about this character, which is why I'm practicing hashtag restraint, but it looks fantastic. The rest of the line is surely going to be fantastic as well, because Prime 1 Studios always knocks it out of the park. There was a couple customs I practiced hashtag restraint that I'm not allowed to show anyway, but I want to let you know that Mr. X was good. Okay, that's not true. I wasn't good at all. So let's start off first saying, hopefully my children aren't watching this, because so my wife and I, we're just fed up. We want to get out of the country more. We're actually out of the country right now. That's why I'm here from an astral projection. But we booked a pre-Christmas trip to DR, to Dominican Republic. That's right. I'm a big fan of it. My wife isn't as much, but as long as we have a beach, a pool, and some drinks, she's happy. So we are going here. We're going to have a fantastic time. Very excited about this for the week before Christmas. But more importantly for you guys, I bought a crap load of statues. That's right, we're going to go over a ton of statues today. I'm very excited because some of these will arrive very soon. Some aren't for a while. But let's dive right in. So this first piece right here, you will actually see hit the table in 2 days. This was actually for Mrs. X's birthday. That's right, the mermaid from J. Scott Campbell. Had to purchase this piece to complete the line, and this video is hilarious, guys. If you like the other ones, make sure you stay tuned for this one. And of course, I had to round out the line with the one that's up on PO. I bought Cinderella. Now, I got both of these from a new company, Comic Concepts. They're much cheaper than Sideshow. They have a rewards program, so I've been working with that guy quite a bit, and you'll see a lot of the things on this list actually from them, a lot of pre-orders and in-stock items that I bought. And that includes this one right here, Prime 1 Studios Griffith Falcon of Light. This should arrive this next month, so you'll see it on tomorrow's video as well. They had it in stock at Comic Concepts, so I went ahead and grabbed that. You'll remember this was on my hashtag restraint list last month. But I figured these Berserk pieces always go up in value, so what's it going to hurt? As long as I can nab it at retail or even a little bit cheaper on Comic Concepts' website. Also, I finally pulled the trigger on Sentinel Prime. I redid my Transformers display, so I actually have 3 or 4 more cases now that I can fill in. I've been really on the fence for this one because Dark Side of the Moon, I think, was the second, maybe the third best movie. And I don't have a lot of attachment to the character, but my god, he just looks badass. Along with my Impulse Spine from Comic Concepts, I bought another Berserk statue for a lot of the reasons I bought Griffith, except this one just looks unbelievably badass. That's right, they're Prime 1 Studios Skull Knight on horseback. I did finally pull the trigger on this. I was a little worried. I did go with the regular because the deluxe was like $300 or $400 more and it didn't really interest me. But he won't come out till later 2021, but nonetheless going to be super stoked. I also finally found a grail, and you'll see this video launch if you haven't already, is this piece right here, this Prime 1 Studios Gold Optimus Prime from the last night. All I'm going to say is you definitely have to watch the video, whether it's already aired or if it's going to air later, because it's some crazy stuff went down with this piece. Also from Prime 1 Studios, to go with that massive Aquaman diorama, I purchased Black Manta, again from Comic Concepts. This piece right here, I got the regular. That's all I was interested in, but going to look fantastic next to that Aquaman statue. He should arrive next month, so you'll see him tomorrow as well. I got another custom Venom statue. Of course you did, Mr. X. I didn't want to get this one. I really tried to hashtag restraint, but I broke down. It's from a commission group that I bought quite a few from. Again, it's a custom piece, so I can't really talk about it. I think it has like 7 heads. Very cool piece. Very excited to get him in the collection. Tons of different display options. Probably won't get him for about a year, but nonetheless, still looking forward to it. And Carnage, I'm trying to have one Carnage. I own one Carnage. I have another custom one on order, and this third one I pulled the trigger on. I don't know why, but I just can't help myself. So I pulled the trigger on this custom Carnage. It's kind of a museum piece, but it looks phenomenal. I think I pulled the trigger on this because there was a custom Venom piece made by a similar producer that I missed out on, and I'm so upset that I did because it looked like the best Venom statue ever. Gonna continue with the fatty line. I got Fat Spider-Man on an elephant. If you recall, I was really impressed by the Aquaman. Yes, I know they're supposed to be donuts now. Nobody has to continue to tell me that. They still don't look like donuts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and check out this video. But this guy will be coming in the upcoming months. They're usually pretty quick on their turnaround for pieces. And I kind of went through that very fast, but like I said, this astral projection stuff is kind of difficult. And realistically, I want to get back to my drinks in the pool. But this last piece that I purchased, also from Comic Concepts, is my most anticipated. And this sold out in less than a day. I'm really hoping the 1984 Wonder Woman is as good as it looks. If it's as good as the first Wonder Woman movie, I will be absolutely happy. But I got the J&D 1/3 scale 1984 Wonder Woman statue. This looks awesome. It looks amazing. I've wanted a 1/3 scale Wonder Woman, whether it was based off the actress Gal Gadot or not. And I think this is supposed to be out within 6 months. So that'll be very, very awesome to see. Hopefully I didn't disappoint you and piss away too much money, but I was actually being really good. And the reason I was being so good is because of tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is Xtreme Expos. It's all the stuff coming in. There's like 30 statues scheduled to come in next month, along with some other exciting stuff. So make sure to tune in for that. But for today, thanks for watching. I really hope you guys have a good and safe Halloween. I normally wouldn't say safe, but there's a lot of people out there like me that would steal your candy. So be aware of them. But otherwise, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hit that Mr. X logo to subscribe if you haven't. I drop daily content. Take care of yourself.